So what do they call you?
Okay, so they call me. My name is Virginia, but they call me Gia.
Gia, what are you incarcerated for and how long is your sentence?
Okay, so I'm incarcerated for a murder and 3 attempts of murder. My sentence is 36 years to life.
These last, if you don't mind, Virginia, would you be able to take me there to that day of your crime? And would you be able to let us know what was it that happened that day? You woke up at that day. Who were these people? What was your relationship with them? And how did this entire situation play out? How did things go wrong?
So my part in it was I did not take care of my brain properly. As far as like I got too high up there because I was getting too fucking too high off that off my drugs, and I wasn't paying attention to my friends, my family, and like where exactly I get my energy and love from, which is God. So I let myself fall. Like I let myself fall. Like, you know, like I did not mean to, I did not want to, but like sometimes that just has to happen. And so I let go of like reality, which means I did not see things as I used to see when I was younger. I started thinking weird ass thoughts, and I did not know where they came from. So I think because my faith in God kind of hindered, and I kept on, you know, trying to get high from the drugs and not realize, hey, your family is what makes you happy, and your relationships, your boyfriend and your friendships is what makes you happy, but you're still stuck on this little fucking little pipe that you think is making you happy, but now you're just getting sick, and I wonder why. And I would just be like, I wonder why. Like, it's not making me happy because it's not that it's not real. It's just it's not where it's at. That's addiction, which is just depending on a physical, how do you say, like a substance to make you happy. In reality, that's not gonna like work, especially because one, they're trying to make substance, they're trying to make the mess out of new drugs, new ingredients, because they don't have that same ingredients anymore because they legalized all the ingredients. So they're trying to make new drugs out of something, and that's just poison. And his addiction is there, but the high's not there. So it's like if something happened in that drug that's making you sick. What? I don't know. I don't know what ingredient it was, and I don't know if it was poison or I don't know what, but something happened to where my brain's not connecting the same connections. My brain's off. All my connections not connecting. All my same personality not there. Like I'm like, and then I'm flashing because I'm thinking God's talking to me, and it's a I don't know. I don't think God was telling me to do that, but I'm thinking God's talking to me like, hey, like you sound like okay, I am God. Like I need you to do something very important for me, and I'm like, okay, God, like. And I'm sitting there laying on the bed, like I'm laying on the grass, like, oh my God, God's telling me. There's no other thoughts in my head but me, like, and I wonder why, like. You have 60 seconds remaining. Like my boyfriend's asleep, I can't wake him up, and like I want to wake him up and say, hey, where's the judge? And then when I do, he say, oh, I didn't get any yet, and I'm gonna get him when I wake up. And so I'm like laying there, but then all of a sudden I'm high again, and I didn't even do no drugs. I'm high again, and God's telling me, you gotta kill somebody. You gotta kill these demons. And I said, oh, and I'm in a trance now. I gotta call you back because it's
So
I'm a little bit stressed out.
so you're laying there and you start getting these thoughts in your head. What exactly are these thoughts? Are they voices? Are they thoughts? What are they telling you?
They just like I said, when you're under when you let certain substances take over your brain, you have a lot of different ways to imagine things, imitate things, You know, your personality says a lot of things. Your conscience, your subconscious says a lot of things. Your brain says a lot of things. You got your voice, you got God's voice, you got Satan's voice, you got demon's voice, you got all kinds of different voices. And then you open the door with substance like that, a really good fucking substance, but then it's that, and then poison with it, you're gonna fuck off everything. You're gonna fuck off your brain, and you're not gonna know who's talking. You don't know who's talking. You don't know who that is talking right there. I thought at the time it was God, but when I wake up in the middle of with a knife in my hand, you know, snap out of it, they don't look like demons no more. It looks like a regular lady crying, trying to get me the fuck off her. I'm stabbing her. I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? I'm not gonna walk you through that part because I don't want that shit to replay itself. I just want to say, like, I ended up, you know, following the direction of whoever. Okay, I'm not gonna say what I think was. I just thought at the time, like I said, I thought it was God because I am God. You know, I want you to know that we are going to heaven soon. You are going to, you know, like very, very prominent. I said, how the fuck did some man's voice get in my head if it's not God? Like, that never happened to me before having a man's voice, just different people's, like, you know, different personalities voices in my head, you know, different, like, you know, in a small, like, just kind of like, not in a feeling, but in just like in a thought, like in a third, this was like voice, and like voices, like real live voice in my head saying something. And now, I'm sure I'm the only one having that in her head, but I dare them to admit something like that because that shit carries on. Then you got people having this 2 cents that I doubt it. I think you're making that shit. I'm not going to carry on about it. I have real life voice. I think it's God, period. It's not God. It can't be God because God will not let me go to something like that to something like that don't have it coming, period. You know? So I think again, like I said, I'm telling myself, okay, look at what the fuck you doing? Go get this. I hear another voice, and it's a real person saying, Virginia. You know, like, and I look back and it's somebody calling me away from what I'm doing, and I'm like, and I drop the knife, and I look at the lady, and she's like, she's trying to fight me up. And I said, this is not a small lady, this is a big lady, and I'm big too, but I think I must have overpowered her in my strength, thinking I'm killing demons, and it's just a regular, it's just a big, you know, big lady like me, you know, not nothing, just a regular lady, not no demon at all. Like I'm picturing in my picture of my imagination, I'm picturing demons, I'm picturing, you know, weird stuff. I'm saying, you're never gonna believe that because no one ever goes through something like that. No one believes that until they actually go through a trip like that. You know, a man or a woman not under drugs or under kind of like malnourished occasions, not going to believe that because it's never happened. And then it'll be like you dream of that experience. You know, I can tell you this and that. You're not going to believe it until it happens to yourself or somebody you know that doesn't lie. You know, so like I'm just going to say it, and it's just put it out there. Like I'm not tripping on that family no more at all. I said bad complete that ever happened to them. Now at the courtroom, I said like. I actually looked proud because I was under a lot of stress because everybody's like, "Oh, you're off the person. How could you? You're having sex with your psychiatrist. You're putting hearts on your letter because your psychiatrist and having a raise on your psychiatrist." My psychiatrist is like 80 years old. He was like a married man, like super nice. I put hearts on every letter I ever sent to everybody. I put hearts everything because I'm thinking I'm a loving being. I'm love. You know, I'm thinking in my head, I'm love. I'm a loving being. But murder with a knife is not a loving action. That's even in the Bible it says don't repay evil for evil and don't commit murder. You know, and that's what I did. So how can you portray a loving being if you first because you're killing somebody? You know, and you can't say, "Oh, I'm killing demons," because they're not gonna believe that. That's crazy. Well, I guess I'm crazy. So that's what I thought. You're not though, exactly. So I just want to back what I said earlier, and I'll say it again later. But I need to ask you another question because I could carry on about this same exact question for hours.
What was your relationship with these people to begin with? Who were they? How did you know them?
There's no relationship. I did not know the girl. I did not know the pretty girls, pretty young girls. I did not know her family. I did not know this person I ever saw them ever in my life. They look familiar. They look like same age as my family. I just never saw her. I only know her later that she's a neighbor. I know her because she's a neighbor. I knew that I saw her because she's a neighbor, but I never knew her before. that incident. I never flew before that incident because I stayed in my boyfriend's house. I didn't go anywhere to travel around. I stayed in his house from there to my job. And I had just been living there for 3 months at that certain boyfriend's house.
How did you get caught for this? How did they arrest you?
I didn't move. I didn't move. After I snapped out of it, my friend's boyfriend, my friend's mom's boyfriend said Virginia. My boyfriend's mom says Virginia. She didn't know about Virginia. Or she might have even said Gia.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Yeah, she might have said Gia. I'm thinking maybe she said Gia. But I think she said Virginia. I don't know why I'm thinking she said Virginia. But she might have said Gia. And I snapped out of it. That's the only reason I probably stopped and dropped the knife, because she snapped me out of it. I was still under that second pressure, like, demons, I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers. And then she snapped me out of it. Gia, what are you doing? Gia, what are you doing? And I looked at her and I said, oh my God. I snapped out of it. I looked at myself and I said, what the fuck am I doing? I started screaming, oh my God, the lady's trying to get the fuck up away from me. Like, what the fuck? Like, you a fucking guy. He's trying to kill me. Like, get the fuck away from me, widow. And like, my lady, my mom's wasn't trying to get me away from her. And she thinks we're just fighting. She didn't realize that I even had a weapon until she sees all the blood all over my shirt. And she's like, what the fuck did you do? Like, then she tried to me, like, you gotta get away from me, like, don't touch me, whatever you do, because she don't want the blood on her hands, so it won't have anything to do with what exactly I was going through, what I did, like, ages, you know? Like, oh, no, this is not good. And then my boyfriend's, like, trying to, like, want to hug me, bring me in the house, and her and his mom just don't, no. And she just stay right there, and I said, I'm not gonna run, like, I got blood all over me. You can't run from this. Like, you gotta go. The cops gotta get you. Like, they're gonna come get me right now. I said, I just stood there like, fuck. I'm gonna be arrested now. And then I remember one thing. God, whoever was supposed to be God in my head said, he had a little smirk, like, last day. Like, I can't believe you did this. Like, I was checking you, trying to see, like, if you would actually go through with it. Like, and I'm like, huh? And I'm thinking, like, now you're going to hell. I said, oh shit. I said, I'm not going to ever fucking trip out like this again. I'm going straight to the jail. I cannot believe this. I'm crying now, like, hysterical, like, what the fuck? How could you let this happen to me? Oh God, like, what am I going through? I kind of feel at my point, I'm not worried about exactly everything, but at my point, I think all I can think about is how my life is over. And then I think, wow. I feel like, wow, I just killed somebody. Or I thought I killed, like, a lot of people, but I ended up only, like, not saying it's bad or good or whatever. I think it's horrible to kill one person. And that's when I acknowledge that, I felt like, ew, like, I feel, like I just killed somebody. And like I said, I thought I killed more than one person, but I can only feel that I killed, like, you know, like, you know, like, I only feel like I said only, like, one death, and I was like, I don't know how many people died. I know the lady that got out didn't die, so I don't know. I'm thinking to myself, I killed one girl right now, so I'm thinking I killed one or two people, because one lady dropped and one lady here on the floor, but there was one person that ran out, and I know who got it later, but I'm not going to say anything about that, because she got away from me quick, you know, and her mom, I think her mom protected her from me. I think later that I found out that was her mom fighting me off, not a demon. But I look back and say, there's one lady that was...
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Because now I'm looking back in my memory, in my actual compartment right here, saying there was one person that I was attacked originally who was able to get away, because the other one came up and tried to fight. She was trying to fight me off, and like, she, you know, and she said, go, and she bowed out, go call the cops. She bowed out, and I remember that. And I still flashing, like, okay, let her go and get this one. I said, okay, give me this one. I'm like, fuck. And like, I'm not gonna say too much about that experience, because it's too personal. It's really bad. It's really bad. And I said, like, fuck. Like, afterwards, I'm like, I erased that whole thing, that whole memory, and like, I'll go back to that later. I say, now I heard the lady's house, the boyfriend's house, my boyfriend's house, and I look at his mom, and I'm like, what the fuck is this family is gonna be fucking, like, you know, like, this family's gonna be not fucked off too bad, because they could easily say and truthfully say, I had no fucking idea that was gonna happen, because if that was gonna happen, there was no way she would let me in the house if she knew that was gonna happen. There's no way she would, But I was not dangerous to anybody. I've never been that dangerous ever to anybody. I've gotten fist fights, but not with a knife, a gun, nothing. I don't even like guns. I used to like when people were obviously bring out guns. I ran away like guns because they traumatized me. I only guns on TV because I can see, but physical guns in my face scare me. I'm not gonna say why. I just don't like them. Knife is easy because it's I've seen knives before and I never seen nobody hurt nobody with it. But that night, I didn't even want to do that. I go to that. I go back to my memory in my compartment. I see myself walking, and there's somebody walking me through it. Like I said, it's God. It's not my dad's voice. It's not my mom's voice. It's not anybody's voice, but an older man's voice. So I know for a fact it's not a young man's, the Lord's voice. I know for a fact it's an older man's voice. So it's not just a young man. So it's an older voice and a young man. I'm not gonna say who it is about to me, who it was, if it was a real person or what. I think I'm just mentally messed up in the brain. I say it's gonna take a lot of years to heal those mental defects, so not just my mind, but anybody who uses drugs and there's poison in it. Like they should somebody alter the drugs to fuck up my brain like that.
When you're in the county jail, who is the first person you call, and what do you tell them?
You calling somebody in the jail? I don't even remember. I cannot even say that because this dangerous scenario is this dangerous scenario for me and my family is so messed up because not everybody is at peace as far as being able to intelligently make a decision upon me rationalizing drugs with an actual murder if somebody cares about. So to say anybody that I know right now is I'm not safe for me. I just want to say I do not feel a bit of malevolence or anger towards that family. I feel sorry and sad that I had brought up such a demon inside me or inside anybody to let that happen to them, because there is a big demon now in a lot of people's minds like this. This place is not safe for us because we cannot close our windows and our doors. This place is not safe because the person that you think is perfectly beautiful and perfectly intelligent and perfectly gentle is a spirit that can come and creep up on you and stab you up in the middle of the night. Okay. I'm not saying that's not true, but for anybody, I doubt there's anybody that wants to wish harm on this family ever again. But there's also people that are doing this in full sight and can be like me, doing wrong things at the wrong time, like a cousin, and not doing something at all. They can have somebody and not even a real person.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Telling you to hurt somebody. And you could be making a wrong decision because you probably don't have the full story. And I haven't even continued about how bad I feel about this poor girl and her family. I don't care if they did any kind of bad thing to me or anybody else. They did not have that coming. And to make it a bigger thing is horrifying. I paid 17 years in prison. I'll probably stay another 10 more years because it's not resolved yet. So I'm feeling all kinds of horror in my heart and my mind for people that I love and people that I don't even know yet. So I gotta go for now because I'll call you right back. There's 60 seconds left on this phone call, maybe 30.
Okay.
Just on the phone call, nothing else, not dangerous.
Call me back, please. I'm right
here.
here.
Be safe. I'll call you right back. Okay.
Okay.
You're a fucking horrible person,
I was just about to ask you that. What do you feel about the crime now? What is your perspective? What do you feel about the victims?
I feel like it's gonna take they're never gonna forgive me. I feel like they're never gonna forgive me. I feel like I'm never gonna get over the trauma of what I felt before the past. And then we're gonna get over the trauma of being blamed for or at least marked off for something that they fucking that this crazy person didn't can see clearly or freaking, analyze clearly or judge clearly. This person just, thought she was talking to God, like, and you can't, for one, like, it sucks that people be blaming on drugs because drugs don't do that to everybody. There's got to be a poison in it. Drugs don't do that to everybody. You cannot judge it. You cannot blame on drugs because there's millions of people who do drugs and don't do not one murder like that. Some drugs are medicine, so there's no way you can say, oh, like, don't do drugs, oh, we're going to find out who's doing all this mess, what you call it, of substances. Like, no, that's out. Like, you cannot find that because it's so incredibly done, without anybody's eyes on it. And so what we can do is make sure that you don't do drugs with somebody you cannot trust. Period. You don't do drugs with people you just met, and you don't do drugs with people who you're itchy about because they're going to poison that shit. Especially if you, like, you think you're going to get high off somebody or you're going to get high and have fun and not care about nobody else. Like, no. Like, people analyze a lot of situations these days and, like, you're not going to get high for free. You're going to have to pay for that. You're going to come down to that. Everybody, So don't be drugs unless you know what the hell you're doing. Don't. Any kind of drug. It's dangerous. Weed is legal, but people still trip out about lighting up a cigarette, smoking cigarettes and smoking weed because it alters your brain. You don't know what that person is thinks, feel, act like. You don't know if they're going to be weird around you, talk shit around you, make you feel stupid, make you look like a cartoon or what, You got to be careful. Like me, I get paranoid, not because I have enemies, but because I don't like feeling like a big goofy girl. I don't like it. I like to be, straight on my brain, like a casual, like, not perfect girl, but a convict, like somebody who got a lot of lessons to learn before I get home. Home, which is not only home with my family, but home, like, hopefully one day in the kingdom of God, That's my hope, and not because somebody threw that out there. No, that's what I think about every day. I constantly think about my Facebook life story, and I constantly think about my true love story, and I constantly think about God. I constantly check in with God and talk to Him. And sometimes, I'm that schizophrenic person in prison who talks to himself. Crazy. But not discomforting to make you feel uncomfortable just because I'm talking to God and making sure I'm on the right track, Not to be scary to people. I don't want people to be afraid of me because I'm never going to hurt no one in this prison. A lot of these people are beautiful. They just are misunderstood. One, because they're constantly being judged and harassed, and number two, because they did a crime that they're paying for over and over and over again. They don't have room to change because nobody's expecting them to change into, a good person. They're expecting me to fall short and everybody else to fall short. And when we have those high expectations of us, it's like seeing a fish in a little jiffy tub. Like, they're not going to grow any bigger. And you're not giving them room in your brain, your imagination, and anybody's to grow, and stay stuck like that. Because a lot of us depend on man's word, God's word, and people's words to tell us, you're doing good, you're okay, you're going to grow, you're going to change, you're going to be somebody, and you're going to get the hell out of prison and live a good life. We constantly get told, like, man, lock that door. And not just like the officer, I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying that we tell each other that, man, lock that door and shut the fuck up, Like I said, not an officer doesn't say, I'm just saying we tell each other that, I think it's zip to myself right now.
Do you have any last messages or anything else that you would like to say before we end this interview, Virginia?
No, last message would be just like, I hope that like people can see clear with sober, vigilant eyes, but to always be aware, like, that no matter what happens to them in life, no matter what circumstance they become them, like, whether they're, innocent or guilty in their heart, God loves every last one of us, wicked and good, and, like, He blesses all of us in hopes that we will come to believe in Him. And that's His Son, Jesus Christ, and to believe in the Father God, the big one up there. So all I can say is, if you believe in Him, He'll save you, regardless of what we've done, And if you don't, we're gonna still sit here and, like, wait for us to believe. I think that's the only message I can say right now, is that we're just waiting, for one day to be, arrive.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Well, thank you so much, Virginia, for giving us a piece of your mind. I really sincerely appreciate you open up about your life story. And I wish you a lot of luck and success on your journey, and I hope one day you do get some freedom, Virginia. Thank you.
You're welcome.
God bless you.
Okay, nice to meet you. God bless you. God bless everyone. God bless everyone. Please stay safe. Love each other. Don't give up the fight and forgive. Forgive. Fighting for the time.
Thank you.